What's going on, y'all? Conscious One coming back at you. Uh, I'm here at the laundromat. I just want to say a few words, and I'm gonna title this video "A lease is a leash." You know, when we look in the Bible, God's prophets or His chosen people, if you notice when you read the Bible, they were always on the move. They could never stay in one place because see, that's what the enemy wants. The enemy wants everybody to stay in one place so they can be tracked and monitored, surveilled. Okay, they don't like when people are moving from place to place. They need you to stay in one place, and if you're a targeted individual, this could be a problem because if you like, let's say I sign an apartment lease, it goes into the computer, and then now you got to deal with all these skits over the course of the next year, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't leave your apartment because if you do, then your credit will be messed up, and it's like, oh my God, I don't want that. Oh gosh, I don't want my credit to be messed up, right? Then I won't be able to get an apartment. Then I'll be homeless, and yada yada yada. So they always got to keep you. They got to keep you in line. They got to make you remind you that if you don't stay in line and do what they tell you to do, that there could be consequences. You see, but yeah, a lease is a leash. And I don't care if it's a 6 month lease or a 12-month lease. Look, when you're a targeted individual, you may be only to stay where you might only have to stay where you are for about 5 hours before you gotta leave again. You see, but nah, they don't like that. They don't like you moving around because see, the more you move around, the harder it is for them to stalk you and creep up on you. Because with the skits, if you at a place where you always there, they can set up so many skits to make you to make you not aware that it's even going on. But it's hard to do a skit on an individual that's moving from place to place because, the Truman Show. I believe he was moving from place to place, and then when he started going from place to place, that's when it was hard for them to pull it off because he was here, he was there, he was here, he was there. But when he was at home all the time and doing the same old thing, going to the same old job, it was easier for them to do the skits because everything was seemingly normal. Now, just to get off topic from that, guys, this laundromat is kind of interesting because at this laundromat, there's no one in this laundromat. I don't know who's supervising it. I'm pretty sure there's a camera in it somewhere, but I have not seen no owner in it. There's no one in there. And see, when you're in places like New York, they can't have nothing like that. You can't do that in New York. Like every time I went to a laundromat in New York, they had to be a how do you say a master. It had to be a master there on the plantation. If we can call the laundromat another plantation, the master always had to be there. See, when you're dealing with a bunch of savages, you got to have a master. You got to have a shepherd overseeing the sheep. But see, this is what I'm telling you. I'm in a civilized area 30 miles west of Chicago, whereas no physical person actually has to be in a laundromat because you're not dealing with savages. You see, when in the city, you're dealing with savages, so there has to be a shepherd there to put the sheep together. And by the way, y'all remember the whole Vegas thing when his name was Stephen Paddock, right? I'm just going to mention this before I mention it again. You know what a paddock is? A paddock is an enclosure of horses or sheep. So just like the incident with that concert in Vegas, they had an enclosure, and then they called the guy Paddock, who was the alleged shooter. But a paddock is a place where you corral a bunch of horses and sheep inside of you know, a plantation or whatever you want to call it. So I just want to run that by y'all. But no, this laundromat, there's no one here. There's no physical person actually here, and you don't have to worry about no savages coming in there and messing up the place. See, the more you're around savages, the more laws that have to be in place because you can't, just like Joe Smo, me and him been joking about that lately. You can't give savages nice things. You can't allow them to be free and to be unsupervised. You have to always, there has to be a paddock. There has to be a shepherd, you know. So, yep, yep. So where I'm at right now, I don't have to worry about these savages. So I'm free. I'll go to places, and I don't feel like I'm being supervised and all this type of mess. But that's all I want to say, y'all. Y'all take care. Peace.